Hi, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me the Samsung Acclaim for US Cellular. It's a new Android 2.1 powered smartphone. It's available for $99.95 with a 2-year contract. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. Here is the Acclaim itself. You can see the 4-row QWERTY keyboard. See what comes in the box. Oh. Quick reference guide. Some information on the looks like the some Android applications. Information on the Android market and the user guide, of course. Got a pair of 3.5mm stereo headphones. It's right here. There's a call button here. No volume controls. Micro USB cable. And that cable, of course, plugs into the wall charger. And that's it. Okay, so here's the Acclaim itself. Let's see if we can pull off these protective coatings. This is very much a Samsung Moment-derived device. It's a little bit different in appearance, but in terms of specs and capability, it's very similar. The official name is the SCHR880, but it's a pretty hefty device. It's about 130 grams and solid 15.2 millimeters thick. Let's take a look at the controls. You can see a lanyard loop fixing point here on the corner. Up and down volume, and then a covered micro SD memory card slot. You can see there's a 4 gig card in there already. On the back's where you see the 3 megapixel camera with the LED flash. The speaker grill down here. It's raised a little bit so as to keep the phone from sitting completely flat on a table, so you can still hear the speaker. On the right hand edge we've got the micro USB port and the camera shutter button. Up top, 3.5mm headphone jack and the power button, and not too much to see other than the microphone hole on the bottom. If we slide the phone open, you can see the full 4-row QWERTY keyboard. Dedicated buttons for navigation here, which is nice. You can see the gray patch over here, so it's probably meant for gaming, just to make it easy to see which keys are used by the controllers. 3.2-inch diagonal half VGA screen, so that's 320 by 480. Touch-sensitive menu, back, search, and home buttons, and then we have looks like an optical trackpad controller here. Once we power it up, we'll know for sure. So let's activate the device here. So we're going to take a look around. Appears to be only 3 home screen panels. So here's the main menu. You can see there's a Facebook application, MySpace, and TwiDroid is preloaded, although the name has since changed. The company was bought out recently. The back button here. Let's take a look at some of the widgets. Doesn't appear to be too much added from the stock build. We'll go into messaging. You can see I already sent a message here just to test things out. We'll go into landscape mode with the keyboard. Keyboard seems okay. It's not great. Rubber keys. You can tell that the space bar is actually 2 separate keys because there's a soft spot in the middle, but it still seems to click no matter where you hit it. I think that's maybe the keys are a little bit stiffer than they were on the Samsung Moment, so it seems to work a little bit better from my perspective. Not really liking the layout too much, and visually I think the gray is kind of distracting, because normally you would expect the accent color to be for shift and things like the arrow keys down here. But it seems to be passable. Go back home, go to the main menu, and we'll pull up the Gmail client, just so you can take a quick look. Here's a formatted message test. So you can see the formatting works properly. Mark it as unread and go back out. Let's jump into the browser quickly. It's a mobile formatted site. It's not actually that good for fingers because the target areas are kind of small. Let's instead go to our own site. If I can find the period. Looks like you have to use a shift to get to the period, which is pretty annoying. So here's the mobile version of Mobile Burn website. Pull up the full version. You can see it formats everything properly. Note that we can double tap in and out for intelligent zooming once the page is complete. I'll test that out. See if we have multi-touch zooming, and we do. Let's try that double tap. It's taking a while for the page to finish up. Still seems to work pretty well. You can get to your bookmarks by tapping there. You can quickly add bookmarks. You can also change to a list view, I believe. Let's jump back to the home screen. Pull up the calendar. See, I've got some test data preloaded from our test Gmail account, so you can see how everything works. Nice week view. And there's a regular email client that works with IMAP and POP as well as Exchange accounts. So you can use Exchange, you can pull down contacts and calendar entries and things like that. Not going to set that up right now though. Activate the camera by long pressing the shutter button. A little bit of haptic feedback there when you do so. Dual stage camera shutter button, so press it halfway to get focus. Press it all the way to take a photo. And switch over to camcorder mode. Show you the interface a little bit. Some of the settings. We're now recording a video clip. Move around a bit and then end the video clip. We'll tap up here to go take a look at some of the things we just shot.
We're now recording a video clip. Move around a bit and then end the video clip.
See if I can jump out and take you to the gallery. Let's do camera pictures. No swiping here, just tapping to navigate. No multi-touch in the gallery either. You can see that's a picture with flash, that's one without a flash. Macro mode, portrait and landscape mode, which is nice. Fairly sharp. I mean, take a look at the detail on that. It's just a fairly small little sculpture there. Just quickly mention some of the other applications and functionality. We've got Nuance's voice control for voice command. There's always voice search. I'll show you that in a bit. YouTube client, weather channel for weather, quick office for document viewers. Google Talk appears to be the only instant messaging pre-installed on this. There are third-party applications though. Of course, you've got Google Maps, Gmail, the Android Market. There's a file viewer installed. Evernote's a nice application for taking notes, and of course a calculator as well. Jump into contacts. You can see here some of the contacts with photos. You also have the option of showing just favorites. Phone dialer. You notice there's no support for live wallpapers, the animated wallpapers. There are some nice wallpapers pre-installed though. In general, the display is quite nice. It's very sharp, very colorful, and the device seems fairly speedy. Just for a quick demo of the voice search functionality, I'll tap here. Dairy Queen. And it'll pull up with Dairy Queen in the search results. There's also GPS navigation, built-in Google Maps with navigation, which is a pretty decent application. So there you have it. That's a basic quick look at the Samsung Acclaim for US Cellular. It's a pretty nice Android 2.1 powered smartphone with a decent camera. Good looking, simple interface. Overall, not too bad for $99.95 with a 2-year contract. So again, the Samsung R880 Acclaim. I'm Michael Orrell for mobileburn.com and androidauthority.com.